This video demonstration is on the Roman capitals style or script of calligraphy, and it will demonstrate the formal style as opposed to the informal variant that you can find in books and online sources. To find out exactly how to set up the page and to determine the nib widths to make up the body of the text, please look at the other video which demonstrates the Uncial script. That has instructions for how to set up your page properly. So here we will just jump right into things and review different letters in groupings that makes sense. So we will begin. You can see I borrowed a calligraphy pen from one of my colleagues for this. So the first group of letters that we'll focus on are the ones that are the rounded letters. And we'll begin with a nib width of, 8 nibs. That will make up the body of our capital letters. So the O begins with a very nice round stroke to create half a circle. And then we connect at the top and complete the circle. The next related letter would be the Q. Now, one thing I should mention is that our nib angle is around 45 degrees. And what we're always striving for is uniformity between all the letters. So let's continue with the next circular letter, and that is the C, which starts again very similarly. And then sort of flattens out a little bit at the top, comes down. And lastly, the G. Our next grouping of letters are the straight letters. So begin with an I. Very important to be vertical and not leaning. And we will add some caps at the top, maintaining our nib angle, and at the bottom. Next we have the H. These are reminiscent of Roman columns. Let's move on to another related letter, the E. And next is F. J, L, and T. Next, we move to letters that have combinations of round and straight. And we'll start with the B. So you can see there were 1 stroke, 2, 3, and 4. And as I mentioned in our other demonstration video, that if we shortchange these strokes, we just don't achieve the same aesthetic quality. Now after the B, we can move to the D. Again, first stroke, second stroke, and third. Next related letter is the P. Next is R. And U. Our next set of letters are the letters that have diagonals. So let's begin with A. K. one thing to keep in mind as you write these letters is to keep diagonals very similar in angle, and a test is to just move your straight edge over and try to maintain regularity with diagonals. We also want to maintain regularity with our uprights, making sure that they don't lean forward or lean backwards. Next, we will go to some other diagonals, V followed by W. By keeping your nib angle constant, you'll automatically achieve these wider and thinner lines. And next, W, trying to keep our lines parallel. The Roman hand is deceptively simple. It actually takes quite a bit of concentration to get these lines very straight and regular. And as you can tell, I'm not a professional at this. I am enthusiastically doing this, as I hope you will be with your students as well. But we're all learning and continually perfecting this together. And we'll round out the alphabet. And we're almost done. And Z. Now I have skipped a letter on purpose, because just like with the Uncial hand in the other video, it's one of the more complicated ones to do, and that is the S. So the S, let us begin with the middle portion. It takes 3 strokes to create the S. There we go. So there you have it. Here is our Uncial or Roman capitals